Hey, Intentional Queen Tribe. It is Jineen, host of Intentional Queen Podcast and a certified life coach on self love and growth mindset. So, if you are here, you are now in the Intentional Queen Journey Patreon community, and I'm so grateful. So, I said I wanted to start doing some life coaching events and doing some things. So, if you didn't check out the last one was about becoming comfortable with being comfortable, and that was good. So, you can check this one out. So, today I think we're going to talk about seek wholeness for yourself. Okay. And so this has come up a few times in my coaching and also in some of my personal life. And I'm going to give you some tips and you'll see me looking over because I have my notes. So y'all know like I like to be organized out here. So what I want to talk about is becoming whole and seeking restoration for yourself. And that's a form of self-love. So on this channel, you know, I'm all about self-love, self-healing, and growth mindset. And so for that, I want to ask you a question. How is your heart space? Is your heart space clean? Is it open? Are you harboring anything? Resentfulness, bitterness, not having grace for yourself? Are you in a tough place because it's November? It's also cuffing season, okay? And so if you single out there in the streets, it's a little bit of a hard time when it's that fall winter month because all the holidays are coming and it can make, if you've been through some things, it can be a ugly space to kind of be in. And I want to nurture you right now in that moment. That's the space I'm giving you right now. So stick with me and hopefully to be something that you enjoy, okay? You got your notebook ready? All right, because you know when you with me and coaching, you need your notebook because I hold you accountable just like you hold me accountable to show up for you, okay? And so remember with me, homework is optional. So these are things I'm asking of you, but it's not things that you have to do, okay? But if you're here, that means because you are seeking help and you want to do better. Because remember, I'm always talking about level up your IQ to a better you. So that's what it's really all about. So the main goal about seeking restoration is becoming complete within yourself and tapping into those places that you feel are I'm choosing my words where it feels inadequate or you feel like you're not enough. And when I think of that, I want you to sit with this. You are 100, meaning your self-worth, your value is always 100, whether you're winning or learning. And what I mean by that is sometimes in situations, even with people, friends, family, they may make you feel okay, that you are inadequate. And then you take that on and you soak it in and you say to yourself, I'm not enough, or I can't this, or why not that. And I want to encourage you today to say, I am complete, whether I'm winning or I'm learning, because I'm not losing. There's something I can learn from this. And when I learn from this, I can take this as a growth plate to go further. I can do some more work on myself. I can check where I am not doing well in my heart space. So, how do you check that? You figure out what's your triggers. What things are you still harboring from your past of self hurt, of self doubt, of anger? It's just so much. But how can you fix those things? I would offer journaling them. That's why I said have your notebook. I would offer you therapy. I would offer you coaching because a nice thing about a coach has already been where you've been and they can help you get to where you're trying to go faster because you can learn from them because they are more like your companion, your accountability partner to help you see your blind spots and help you deal with those blind spots because a lot of times when I'm even coaching, I say this little cliche even when I was in my own therapy journey and it's like having a closet and we have a tendency to have boxes and this is all the things that you've harbored and you tuck them up in the closet and then the closet you open it up all this stuff falls down on you like man I got a lot to unpack and so really what seeking wholeness is unpacking and then when you unpack you make a decision, do I keep it or do I let it go? And so that is what it's really about. And sometimes you have to deal with the little things before you get to the big things. And this is a little something too that I've been saying to people. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So I feel sometimes you need grace in this space because you need to give yourself that ability to say, I'm doing this one step, one piece at a time. So a learned behavior takes about 3 weeks to really kick in. So that means 21 days or more before learned behavior. So even when it feels uncomfortable, you still keep going because over time it will become a routine for you. Okay. So that's a word of advice I'm going to give you there. Valuing your time. So, all those things that you're holding on to and resentful and bitterness, especially if it's about a person, because they're going on with their lives and you're the one sitting here holding this bag and you're like having you're drinking your own poison hoping they die, and not really die, but mean you want them to feel what you feel, but really in reality they can. And so you have to find a way for you to get healed and just work on you and just get lighter for yourself. Like that's huge, like becoming lighter and just really releasing what no longer serves you. And it starts from your brain and your thoughts. Remember that your thoughts lead to feelings that lead to actions that lead to results. So, what are you thinking? So we can get a hold of it. So therefore we can see how you're feeling about it. So then we can talk about what actions we can take, and then we can have some better results. And remember, the brain is like a trained muscle. That's why I say 21 days. Keep doing it, keep working at that thing. Okay. People ask me some other things. So reading books. If you know what you're struggling in, go seek books in that. Okay. So I have a whole book list I'll make sure to put into the comment section so you can look at it. And so I had let's see, Wholeness by Teray Roberts. That's also one about resentfulness. And Wholeness, talking about becoming whole and letting go of resentfulness and being regretful and turning more to remorseful. And being more remorseful means I accept what has happened and I'm moving forward. Remember, grieving, there's stages of it. Kubler-Ann Ross, and she had like stages to the thing, but the last thing is acceptance. And what acceptance means is I've accepted where it is what it is, and I'm going to move further. So either I'm going to release it, I'm going to hold on to it, I'm going to pivot in it, I'm going to do something about it, because when you get in that space, it's so freeing, and that's where it's peaceful in your mind. That's why I really love that book by James Allen, talking about as a man think of. And even if you're spiritual like me, I'm into the Bible, and it says, as a man think of in his heart, so he is. And so you got to keep thinking, where are you? Where's your heart space? Where are you at? So we can do better with that. Okay. Um, Doing this mental work, it's a game changer. Like I said, how you see yourself and how it does when you're showing up in the world. Because when you show up lighter and you show up being more consistent, when you show up being more present, it just changes the dynamics of the relationships that you have with your family, with your coworkers, with your lovers, etc. We talked about the journaling, but I want you to start journaling things you're grateful for. Remember, it's November. So, with November, we always think about Thanksgiving and we think about gratefulness and all that. But having a place of gratitude is so key. I challenge you. I remember going through my storm, and I remember every night I would journal three things I was grateful for. It could be simple. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, I was just grateful to go hang out with a friend. I was just grateful to spend some quality time with my son. I was, grateful to get these nails done or whatever, it could be, but something that keeps you positive. Now, this was another one that was on one of my podcasts. I had Terry Huggins Hart come through, and she offered this one, but I'm going to bring it up here. Write a love letter to your future self. And I thought that's really good. So you can write little notes to yourself and tuck them around your house. So that way, when you're fumbling, you might not even know, and you just catch a note and you're writing things. Speaking affirmations over yourself. When you coach with me, we come up with a couple of affirmations. I tell you, put sticky notes, pop them up, and read them. How many days? How many days? 21 days. And you just do it, because what you're doing is retraining your mind to keep doing it. Okay. Like, I am beautiful. I am a queen. I deserve happiness. I want to be whole. Like, those are things you speak over yourself. Okay. Whew, I think we talked about that. I love this one too. Be better, not bitter. Be better, not bitter. Because when you stop being bitter, you become better. Okay. And you don't hold resentfulness. So, really, that is what I want to talk about. I also did an episode in the podcast called Meekness in the Storm. So, that's a way to hear, when I was in the mud. And you can hear some of those things, but some of the tips I said here, that's a really good thing. So that's on the podcast. Meekness in a Storm was the name of that episode. I think it was my second episode I put out. And I'm planning a vision board party. Okay. So I'm thinking about doing it in December. You know, I'm always talking about giraffe vision. You're a giraffe in these streets. You see, I got my giraffes behind me. I probably can't see them, but they're back there. And I totally believe that with giraffes, you have vision, you have foresight, you're going far. We are in the last quarter. It's getting ready to be December, and then it's going to be January. And I feel like we need to start thinking about our intentional goals for 2023. What are you wanting to do? And since you guys are a Patreon member, if you go through, you'll see that I made you a cheat sheet, and it has the goals that you can set. So I have at the top the word of the year. I talk about relationships. I talk about what goals do you want in your business, what goals do you want in your personal life. I mean, I break it all down. So if you fill that sheet out, then you're going to be one step ahead for the vision board, right? Because when you do these, then you'll go ahead and you'll end up transferring it to a vision board, whether you like to do it virtually, like through Canva. I think that's a really one, canva.com, which is free, and you can just create your own there. Then you can make it a screenshot or a screensaver on your computer or on your phone or on your iPad or whatever, so you can review that, because you got to review. You got to review. And also, I wanted to talk about with the vision board party, it would be virtual. You would just come, have your favorite drink, think about how you want to, think about your goals. And like I said, I'm thinking about planning that in December. You'll click in. So if you are already on here, you'll get the link. And if you're already on my email newsletter, you'll get the link there too. So that is what I have coming up. But I want you to get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. And just let me know if you were liking me dropping and doing these coaching sessions. But I'm so grateful for you, and you join the community. And best believe, on my vision board for 2023, I got some big things coming for y'all. Okay. So I'll see you on the podcast. And don't forget, get ready for the vision board party. Okay. Bye bye.